Well, that was quick, and now we're ready. MIBR and Renegades here, second best of 3 of the day, and rushing up to the top of Banana. JKS doesn't even care about that corner, just keeps going, and that almost was a detrimental mistake. Jacob, though, bringing it back with 2 big shots as Lias will take down Fur, and now things are just looking very good here for Renegades. They're on the bomb site, they're going to get the bomb plant down, and they're in a 2-on-4. What a risky, but good start.
Yeah, I'm glad Trace threw it over so quickly because that was a non-stop rush from the Renegades. And Fallen and Taco, you have no chance of getting back into this bomb site. 4 players, and they're playing it so disciplined. Jacob waiting for contact before he peeks. He doesn't even care if Taco gets all the way up. On the first shot, he goes. Taco with the kill, but now he's boxing another one for Fallen. Oh, surely not. Renegades, how have you done this? How have you let this slip away? It should have been impossible. Azza, the bomb is being defused, and he lands the headshot. What a saving grace. It should have never gotten that close.
Wow. That was nearly a completely brilliant retake. I mean, out of MIBR. And it kind of was, even if they lost it, because that's a 2-on-4. Great shots coming out, but ultimately Renegades, the beginning of that round was just too powerful. So they'll start off as well. Nice pace.
Even with missing that first clear of the corner behind the half wall, that could have been way worse. Either way, this round goes the way of Renegades. We've got a second round bye coming in from MIBR and KNG. As we saw the other day, more than happy to peek deep into mid, especially when it gets the AWP. We see a lot of people shying away from that fight these days, but he's one of the guys who has no problem taking it. And banana control for Renegades early on. Fallen trying to get a couple tags with this scout. He's got only just one teammate here. That's Fur playing over towards Coffins, and that's a lot of damage onto Jacob, but I think Renegades is just going to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, again, you don't want to be waiting around too much against the scouts. Just try and see if you can get it done. That's one more scout tag. Missing the next, then. That's probably the end of the line for Fallen. You just do need a backup here.
Oh, that's nice through the smoke as it just clears. Liaz trades it off. So round going to be going towards Renegades. And I think Taco and Lucas, I think what you should be doing if you're one of those 2 players is maybe think about picking up that scout and just run away. Lucas is going to reach for it. And now back off. 2 smokes still in the inventory for these guys, so there's a lot of value in what they can bring to the table in the next round. Ooh, and Taco with an immediate headshot. All right, that's one better than I expected.
Yeah, that was great. Might not, again, you know, sticking around here. It's that deagle next round. It could be fun. Actually, Jacob is in some trouble. He's going to be making a way. All right, I thought maybe he was going to try and escape that way, but he has time to make a run for it. Everything is going to be fine. Nobody else will go down. I wonder if did they hide the guns inside a construction there? Is that what he was up to?
I don't even know if he had the time, but it's still going to be hard to find it. He might have done that, just throwing it behind the sandbags on his way to get the AK-47. Regardless, yeah. 2 to nothing. Scout is passed over, and 2 deagles with armor and some utility still in hand for Taco and Lucas. Another situation where they could even choose to save it in this round if things don't pan out and have the armor for the next round. So still can choose to can play a little bit more cautious, play a little bit more with the long game in mind.
Absolutely. Taco actually not even just jumping past middle, but really taking a peek there. He's happy to win that fight if he can, but so far just taking a bit of damage. JKS also obviously seeing him and probably just calling that out. Not a lot of information to work off on the T side, but at least it's something. Fallen playing at the edge. I mean, that's the difference, isn't it? That AK-47 will take him right out. Even if he got the shot. Now, if he had the AWP, that would be fun.
Would be fun. Lucas gonna stick around and challenge a bit with his deagle. Taco on the other side of the map, so he will save this, and this might be where Lucas just backs off while the smokes are still up. The rest of his teammates have abandoned him to his doom. And he's gonna stick around for the fight a little bit longer. Lucas looks different.
He does. Got a whole face-off situation once again. Just actually make his way out. I'm kind of surprised. Maybe thought he was going to be stuck there forever. So they'll save the armor. And some deagles. And that's it's not too bad.
Well, Taco's got the utility. That's the big stuff that you don't have to buy in the next round. That'll let him have the M4 or an AUG. It'll let him have the Molotov and a kit as well. And they're going to need all of those things. KNG will have an AWP with armor behind it also. So actually a pretty good buy coming up for MIBR in this round. And we'll see how Renegades handles it.
Who have you got winning this? Do you have a strong feeling either way?
No. This is one of those games where I think I'm just strapped in for a good affair.
I can't really make up my mind either.
I continue to be impressed by Renegades.
Yeah.
And I think we're starting to see those improvements from MIBR. The results kind of back up the work that they've done. So I think that's very fun as well. And I know they're starting to feel more confident on top of everything.
Yeah, we had Fallen shouting and winning clutches. And I mean, on the Renegade side, Gratisfaction had great with the AWP. JKS just out of this world in some games.
Yeah, I had a quick conversation with Zeus this morning, and he just tells me that, you know, this team is just feeling so good together, and you know, as these maps and as these matches go deeper into the higher pressure situations, he feels like they just start playing even better when the pressure's on, which you've got to admire.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great cornerstone to have to build on.
And there's going to be some pressure in the series. Renegades is no joke. So we're going to see some of these games go the whole distance. And we'll see how MIBR can step up to the task. Already, KNG has legged Aza. And now watching on Rap side, seeing when middle is taken. Bomb is rotating all the way over towards A-Halls at about the 50-second mark. So you have to feel like the A-Bomb site is going to be the final destination for this attack. Gratisfaction just keeping presence in Banana, making sure 2 players are there, making sure they feel a little nervous. A lot of this is going to come down to Taco and Lucas.
Only 30 seconds left. We've seen this so much recently on Inferno and on a bunch of other maps too. And it's fine, like 30 seconds, maybe it can work. But the problem is, you know, one good grenade, something to slow the bomb down, and it's going to be trouble. The flashbang initially doesn't really work, but it doesn't matter. Taco still goes down, and now Lucas missing the spray, and then it's just absolutely beautiful here. Renegades right on the bomb side, not losing anybody, and those potential obstacles to get in there and like the fear of the bomb dropping, none of that comes true.
Yeah, that's such a crazy entry from Liaz. The speed of which he comes out completely ruins Taco. And I mean, what a difficult decision. Either you ignore the first player that's jumping and you go for the second player, and then the first player kills you, or you do what Taco did and you try and trace the first one, and if you don't get the kill fast enough, you're just taken down immediately.
Yeah, I actually think in some sense, like, because I think Taco moves far enough back that the flashbang can't hit him. But then he actually doesn't have that stopping power. It's like if he's further up, right, they can't jump past him. Like, that's just not possible. If he's further back, he's not going to get flashed, but then they can do that. And, like, as you said, like, the problem is once someone gets past, like, the initial spray, it's like then everybody's out, and it's just, you know, you lost control. So what do you want? Like, you know, a lot of targets or a flashbang right in your eye?
Pick or choose your battles. That's still a tough loss for MIBR to take, although they do save 3 weapons.
Say in a slightly different scenario, right? And I think if they had a bit more money, MIBR, maybe Taco has a Molotov or something in that position, right? And if he times that, there are ways to counter it, of course. Those aren't the only 2 options, but in that round, that wasn't going to be possible. So Renegades up 4-0.
In an early timeout called from the Brazilian side. Zeus very vocal, talking some things over. Another round, KNG with the AWP. Because of that saved, he's got 3,400 in the bank, falling at 1,700 before they invest in this round, but still a little bit of cash for the future. Renegades looking to go out to a commanding lead to start this. 4 kills on Jacob and Liaz to kick things off. No more than 2 on anyone from MIBR.
Yeah, so a bit of a slow start. KNG, again, as you were mentioning, just one of those Orbs that's not afraid to take this fight middle. Wow, that actually was very, very close.
I felt close.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, I guess people by now, you know, they probably know that he has that tendency. But there is almost a power in being the only one that, or nearly the only one that will do it, right? Because you know, maybe some people are saying, oh, yeah, we don't have that fight anymore. Like, that's back in 2014 that was happening.
Well, we'll see. You'll see the other side of it if he ever gets picked off doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. This is a great call from Renegades. They have the exact setup that's perfect. 3 players in Banana for MIBR. They're starting to push Fallen out on the defense, but there's a timing on this because Jacob is already starting to wrap around, and Lucas is exposed. He's so far exposed. He's not even in the pit. When these smokes clear, Jacob can just look left and find a kill, but Lucas is going to start pushing up into lane. Taco's exposed now. He's out in the open. There's the kill from Lucas, but they know exactly where Taco is, and it's a matter of time. Where do you look, Taco? You can't rotate fast enough. And again, another really terrifying situation. Renegades leaning on this A-bomb site early, and it's netted them 2 very powerful wins.
Even catching Fur as he's trying to back on out. That is, well, that's very painful. a great call, a great, great timing between all of the elements in that push for Renegades. It's nice to see that. Unless you're MIBR, and like you said, even just spotting the fact that Taco goes back down, that means you don't have to look, right? Like, you don't have to think about, like, oh, well, is he going to be, like, by the bicycle in the pit, or is he inside of the bomb side, or we have to guess a little bit and spend some time doing it? Nope, you just know immediately.
It's also, I mean, the trouble is a setup like that, you have to know that there's no one watching Rap side. The fact that Jacob gets that advanced position in Library without any pressure ever being put on him, without even seeing a defender, is worrying. Even though it is kind of a blind call that MIBR had 3 players over there, it was a perfect counter still. As a defender, you have to realize you're exposed, and I think Lucas caught onto it right at the end, and that's why he started pushing forward. But that's twice now those 2 defenders at the A side have been just absolutely run over.
And JKS had a teammate, coming from the other side at the exact same time, so I think pretty much no matter what, it would have been impossible for Taco to get more than just a single kill there. 5-0. In favor of Renegades. Double AWP set up on the MIBR side. And amazingly, they're still able to put together a pretty good buy here. I mean, they've already got the round loss bonus, but still, you could imagine a world in which they would have had to have saved a bit more. They've managed to run away with some guns in some of the rounds. So they're sort of stringing along here. But obviously, at some point, they're gonna need more than just that. They're gonna need to actually step it up and really have an impact.
They've been able to scrape these buys together just barely, and that time is going to run out pretty soon. Again, Taco and Lucas, Graveyard and Pit. Excuse me, Graveyard and Balcony. This time at least KNG watching for the top mid play. We'll see if Renegades keep going back to it. They've exposed it as a sore spot of this defense. Smoke is going to block off KNG. He's going to toss a Molotov out to buy some time. It won't do any damage whatsoever. 45 seconds on the clock. And again, Renegades positioned outside the A bomb site. Plenty of smokes. They've got 3 of them.
They do, but Taco actually has a Molotov this time, just to sort of illustrate the difference that they're falling back. KNG, this is such a high-level play. Just they shoot a little bit there. He goes back to check it. He sees nobody's here, and that now they should probably start to rotate someone at least towards Archway just to get closer. I don't think they're going to be here in time, so this is going to be the only 2 people defending B right now. That's Fallen and Fur, and they have 1 flashbang to set this one up. Fallen's the one who has it, so he has to not just maybe try and get a kill, but yeah, this is big trouble. Fur falling right back into 4 people waiting. 10 seconds left. Fallen, he's got 1 chance, and that's to stop the bomb going down. He's right there, jumping through. Oh, that would have been a hero play. You've got to give him credit for that, but it doesn't pan out the way they want it to, and I say back out again.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough, and you might feel MIBR like you can go for this 3-on-4, hope for an early kill. I just don't think it's possible. Again, this is how they've been able to maintain these buys and have this kind of a presence, is continuing to save these guns. And I know it's heartbreaking, and I know you feel like you want to fight for some of these, but it just doesn't make sense if you lose it all. So a 6th round for Renegades, this time at the B bomb site. That's so close to being a round that MIBR can defend. Fallen is playing anti-flash, and he's just periodically rotating back and checking at the choke point to see when they're going to come through. Yeah. And he just barely caught that flashbang.
Yeah, and then I think there was a Molotov that landed on Fur. And it's not that it did a ton of damage, but like the pressure,
forced him into the open,
you know, you're going to be feeling that stress. I am shocked though, because I think, let's say if you had to make some sort of flow chart of how to get somewhere in Counter-Strike, right? Like you need the information, and then you need to come up with a plan that fits the information you just got. And so that's like step 1 and 2. And they got the information top mid, right? KNG goes in, like there's a little bit of noise, some guns being fired. He goes, checks it, no one here.
Yeah, actually, MIBR had everything. I mean, the one thing they didn't have, fair enough, is when KNG checks middle, since they're playing Graveyard and Balcony, no one can rotate to the B bomb site. They can't get that 3rd player over there in a timely fashion. But what it did allow them to do is Fur had a smoke at that, like 28 seconds that he put down, which is a great timing to run that clock down when you know Renegades is going to attack the B bomb site. Unfortunately, just not able to capitalize on it as the flashbang comes over. Renegades had a lot of space to work with on the other side of that smoke at the B choke point. So 6-0, starting to look scary, especially when you talk about the money. We do have a small tech pause here for some TeamSpeak fixing, and it's all smiles.
They are in a pretty decent mood over on the Renegades team.
Someone said something funny.
We'll never know what it is, tragically, sadly.
That is sad.
But
Who do you have winning this game?
cheating and saying Renegades now because
It's just your style, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on this. I actually like from the beginning. I was like I can't really say for sure. I do like where MIBR right now. Like I put a lot. Maybe it's silly, but I do put some emphasis on how the team feels, and it looks like they're having more of a good time with each other. I mean, it's always going to get rough when you lose 6 rounds in a row to start the game with, right?
Yes.
That's never going to be fun. But
also, it is MIBR and Inferno. I think to a certain
And
degree,
it's MIBR
they've got to be
Inferno.
used to getting their butt kicked on this map.
yeah, that's a good point, right? On the other hand, for Renegades, like I guess if you had to bet your life on it or something, I think Renegades would be the one you could defend more now, just because of how like that last game with Gratisfaction. Oh my God, someone's having a seizure.
That's why they're laughing. We figured it out.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's doing a dance party. Crank that sensitivity up to 11.
If we could drop a beat to that, that would be something. Anyway, the way that the Gratisfaction is playing with the AWP, I think JKS has some truly ridiculous game, like some truly outrageous games out of him. And just you've got Kassad back there. There's a lot of things that you can point to and enjoy about this. But like I said, I'm not feeling
particularly one way or the other.
No, I'm not feeling very confident in it at the moment.
Okay, well let's do it. Let's do it maybe this way then. Maybe not who's going to win this match overall. Who's going to win the event?
Well, can you show me the bracket? Can we get that?
So you have Fnatic and EG is in the upper bracket final. So one of them is going to be in the grand final.
That's later today.
Yes, that's actually the next best of 3.
I have to pick EG for that one. I'm sorry to my Swedish buddies, but I just have to.
You're Danish. Are they really buddies?
I mean, yeah. I think we fought for a couple of 100 years, and I think now we're over it.
All good.
Now we're trading. We built a bridge.
It's a cool
Sweden.
bridge too.
Yeah, it's the part of Sweden that nobody likes, but it's still, we got there. It's a start.
It's got a McDonald's. That's about all I know about Malmo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
So you have Fnatic, EG, Furia, and then Renegades and MIBR.
Yeah, and let's say I'm tilting 1% in favor of Renegades. So then they would be facing Furia.
Yep, to make it to the lower bracket final.
Yeah.
And they'll face the loser of Fnatic EG.
I actually could see Renegades EG in the finals, actually, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Ooh, that'd be cool. So you're taking EG to win the whole thing, I'm imagining. You never actually answered the question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my guess for now.
Yeah.
Are you on board with that?
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I think it's kind of a...
That lower bracket is I'm very unsure about that. I have no confidence at all in my own prediction on that side. I feel pretty good about the EG prediction.
Okay. How do you feel about your Na'Vi winning the next major prediction? Good? Bad?
Absolutely fine. There's no problems there.
Not worried.
No, they also look like they're like a cohesive unit. They're having fun. There's no problem.
Couldn't even keep a straight face.
No.
6-0 for Renegades. We had an unpause for a second. It's paused again.
They've duped us.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's a little bit that's uncalled for. But yeah, some of the games later today I think are going to be fine. I do think that Fnatic and EG game is going to be wild, and I am liking this new Fnatic.
I love Fnatic.
Yeah,
it's so unreasonable how much I even enjoyed them when they were like dominant in 2015. It's so unreasonable how much fun I have watching Fnatic.
There was like a sense of it's like when you could just see that even when they were very far behind on some maps, right? And like they got that one round, and you see them laughing, and it's like they already knew, like, that's it. That's the round.
That's the one right there.
And you'll never know what hit you, but like you're going to lose every single thing from here on out. Like, oh, great. Yeah, it was very cool.
Well, we're back into it. 6-0. And I guess a technical pause where you can't really, talk a whole lot or strategize a whole lot. But at least the mental reset might be good for MIBR to get into this game.
Yeah,
to get started in the game.
Apparently you can dance in the meantime. That's important too. That's right between like 4 players. And they're going to try and speed it up. A little bit of a slow break here. They almost lined up for a great double. A lot of damage put out there And Taco, yeah, staying alive is really critical at the moment. He's brought in KNG from the other side. Edge of the smoke, and KSG is watching it. If they're slow about this, he'll take them right out. Oh, he actually gets baited into that shot. That's a brilliant move from Asa. That might go right under the radar, but that's a very smart play. And Asa trying to tap away. He's playing a high-level game. He only got the 1 kill, but I guarantee you, if not for that, I don't even think they clear that corner. And now it's a 2-on-2. Fallen walking right into that shot, and it's JKS with the headshot. The bomb is down, and Fur, he's got no grenades in a 1-on-2.
Oh, that smoke hurts so much. The follow-up.
They just put up another one?
Yeah, they put up a second one just to let him know. He's going to try and wrap around. He does have a kit. If he can get this first kill quick enough, he's got a real chance. And I think this is the first doable round that they've been in, but JKS, you mentioned it, plays a stellar game, and he is on point. Just that double kill in the round, and it's 7-0.
I would actually like to see that round from Az's point of view, because like he just does. First of all, he shoulder peeks the smoke. That's not easy. Like, you know, like how do you know exactly where that edge is? But he baits out the shot at the edge of the smoke. Then he gets the kill. Then he's in the lane fighting against over against Library.
Towards small pit, yeah, and then he's just tapping.
He actually transitions from like a spray into a tap like almost seamlessly. I thought that was a very cool round from Azza.
It really was, especially because baiting that shot out allowed them to focus on Pit and eliminate Taco, which was massive. Jacob, actually KNG, excuse me, he's going to have to be careful in middle. Getting forced away, Gratisfaction close up, and that's a little bit late. Oh my god, Liaz adds on top of it, and Fallen's got to do everything, but he's blind. And again, the B bomb site is open for business. And again, I hate to be a broken record, but MIBR might want to save this.
If they can. Jacob is actually watching KNG. He's got him boxed in at the moment. And now they know where he is for sure, so I don't think there's going to be much saving. None at all, in fact.
This is starting to look brutal.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider 2 players on Renegades have 16K.
Oh, yeah.
There's barely even been kills coming out for the MIBR side. 3 kills on Fallen, KNG, and Taco. 2 kills on Lucas, and 1 kill on Fur. So you're not even keeping money out of the hands of Renegades at this point. They're marching over the map and getting access and getting entrance wherever they want it, whenever they please.
Yeah, so far not seeing much out of them. Eagles. So we could maybe we could settle for like cool 1Ds at this point. How about that?
Waiting at sandbags. He's got a teammate coming to join up with him. He does have a smoke, but he doesn't want to use it quite yet.
How cool would the 1D have to be to make up for the fact that you've lost 8 rounds in a row?
It'd have to be amazing.
Like
it'd have to be like you're at small pit, he's jumping off balcony.
2 of them are jumping, and you hit
Double
both of them
up.
with 1D.
Okay.
And then at that point, are you like, so what if we're down 07? Like, oh, no?
I got the highlight.
That was amazing.
Who cares? Well, Lucas is in some trouble. He's isolated all on his lonesome. He's going to know they're coming up mid. He might get the first. Ooh, actually, oh my god! How about that? A full magazine and 3 kills come out for Lucas, but again, it's not enough. And I think Renegades is being cautious because they don't know if someone's rotated over in time, but his bomb site is clear. They're going to get the plant, but again, around that MIBR is going to flank. They're going to pick up 2 guns, and they're going to go for this.
Yeah, and they should. They have armor on first, so, you know, they can maybe take a little bit of a fight. It's going to be tricky, though. The Molotov will, you know, it's just by a little bit of time. There was nothing elegant about what Lucas just... It was just, you know, it was just dirty, wasn't it? Just taking that fight. But it was very effective. 3 kills with the Deagle, and... yeah, good work on him. Can they actually make this flank work? They don't have a kit right now, so they need to do this fairly quickly. KNG goes down now. Fur on the other side. And this is almost impossible now. It's so hard to find these last 2 players in time. Like, we know they're inside the bomb site, but Fur's got no idea.
You might as well try and at least take a gun away. Do some form of economic damage. You've already got 3 kills, which helps, but every little bit at this point, even jumping in the pit to survive the blast. Not the best you could have hoped for from Fur, but at this point, there's no moral victories for MIBR from here on out.
No, I agree. It isn't quite enough. They need to get more than that. I think he can't even see that shot on Azza. Like the headshot, it just comes through the smoke and through a teammate or something. It's all very confusing. 9-0. Renegades are playing a great game. Train is the second map, by the way, which I still that's gonna be fun. I look forward to that. Some great Molotov damage, Gratisfaction.
Ooh, how is he alive?
I just don't know.
Where did that grenade go?
I think it went towards the tree, in fact. KNG winning against Jacob. It's starting to look a bit better now. Gonna give Taco the AWP, and that makes sense because he's a little bit tagged up. First big chance maybe here for MIBR, apart from some of the weird retakes.
They must have this one. They must have this round. Something positive to go their direction. Now the hard part is Fur and Taco, or excuse me, Fur and I'm imagining that's Lucas, are both in the same choke point, and they can get smoked off. So they have to be really careful how they manage this. Lucas gonna get a little bit wider. Off angle with the Kree, going for the headshots. Fur is boosted up as well.
Yeah, I think the power of it is that you might not expect the boost when Lucas is here. Like it's more common that it's a crossfire with someone inside of the bomb site. Oh, the timing of that smoke is so good. That is so well played for Lucas. A lot of bullets being used and no kills, and he gets run down. And first on the boost, but he can only stay there for the one kill. Lias, he lives, and Azza gets the kill. JKS will follow it up. My God, this can't really happen. For MIBR, that is so heartbreaking. 3 versus 2.
It's the 2 ops. The health doesn't even matter, and they can't retake. Oh my God. How did everyone dodge the damage like that? How is Renegades so immortal?
Yeah, Leah's playing like the Counter-Strike equivalent of that game Wipeout on TV, where they have to
jump over all the obstacles. Yeah, except in this case, if you get hit, you die.
Yeah, it's. I agree. It would be hard to sell to TV networks if you made it in real life.
It's a dangerous game.
People are gonna have to sign some really serious documentation from the lawyers to sign off on that. Like, we accept no responsibility for anything. We can't be sued for any reason whatsoever.
I can't believe it. That is. That round is just a good example of what MIBR has been going through for entirely this first half. 0 to 10. Third tactical pause being taken, and you can't even blame them for taking 3 in the first half. They might have to take all 4.
Take all 4. Take the half off, maybe. Just say, you know what?
What if they got to the end of the half and they're down 0 to 15? Can they just say, you know what? We don't want to do the second half. Let's just make it a break. Come back to train.
I don't know. That's a thing that doesn't really, exist in Counter-Strike. Because I mean, I'm not, this obviously is maybe a poor comparison, right? But in a game like Dota 2, right, people can surrender. Like, the end of it, you say, yeah, actually, there's no way we can win this now. And it makes sense in a game like Dota that you have that functionality. But yeah, in Counter-Strike, there's keep fighting, keep going. Even if all you're adding is small damage to your own soul. That's very dark.
That was very dark. You've had a couple of those that stray into the darkness. Lucas is pushed up in middle.
Oh no.
I think he's well exposed. Oh my dear God.
Yeah. Oh wow.
They just got shit on all across the map.
It's so brutal.
What are you supposed to do?
Listen, the setup for MIBR, it makes so much sense, right? They're like, you know what? It does. If someone comes out of pit, don't worry. KNG has got it. And then,
bro, just trust.
The flashbang, and by the time they're on flashed, everyone's dead.
They lost the defender at the V-bomb site at the exact same time as well. Oh, I don't have the words.
I have the words, but again, not the ones that can be used on stream. So,
okay, I never know. Push the envelope, Anders. Actually, don't do it when I'm casting with you.
They're in a darn tricky scenario here, Jason.
All right, well, Fur, try to save this weapon, but so much money on Renegades, they're gonna hunt you down. It's gonna be like. Ooh, a nice double up, but he's getting wrapped upon from behind. Oh, Jacob, he's going to let him know the no-scope doesn't work, and Jacob still can't hit it. Again, certainly he's going to find this kill right at the end. Well done from Jacob. An 11th round for the Renegades.
We like, we like double kills that play out like that. But again, it's It's more this is.
Oh my god. That what?
It's the fact. It's the
I
mustache.
know, it's the mustache. What an evil villain of a grin. It only would have been better if he stroked the mustache.
He should probably get into doing that a little bit more.
Yeah, like, certainly after a kill like that, you just take your hands off the keyboard and you twirl that waxed mustache.
They've brought into this round. Why not? I just think, in terms of what you buy and don't buy, there's not much that can be pointed at here for MIBR and say that's not good enough or whatever.
Oh,
KNG baited a little bit. I mean, I think he saw a hip or something, and he had grenades behind him, so he might have even felt like, even if I miss the shot, like there's going to be people throwing grenades. Maybe they won't be able to get me down immediately, but the shot came right through that. It's a very thin piece of wood in front of you, like plywood. It's catching no bullets at all.
Yeah, and KNG's had a couple of those shots that he's missed the mark on that you normally see him hit. I think that's going to be frustrating. Fallen does find a kill, but one is all he's going to get. Gratisfaction, assuming it's clear, going to take a bullet to the face, but certainly they turn the corner just fine now with JKS. His first kill of the round, and it'll be Renegades. It'll be their 12th to the 0 of MIBR. So no matter what happens in this half, Renegades have done great.
Yeah, there's no recalling, this at the current stage. So just so many kills on their side compared to what we're seeing out of MIBR.
There's what, 22 kills on MIBR.
And if you just take the two top fragging people on Renegades,
there's 42 on Renegades.
Yeah. So that's a source of some of the problems, certainly.
That's one of them. Opening kill stats are going to be off the chain here as well.
Yeah, they certainly will be. Do you have any good plans? Anything you would like to try? Some cool strategy from the CPL days that
for MIBR?
No one remembers that can be brought out, like a hidden scroll, like Dusty
okay,
kept in the attic somewhere.
I see what you mean. No. It's hopeless. I actually think it would be cool. Like, you might as well try it if you're MIBR. Like, you've tried to be aggressive down mid, you've tried to be aggressive in banana, you've tried to be passive at both. The one thing you haven't really tried is a halls push.
Yeah.
It's low percentage, but when you're down 12-0, just go for it, man.
Yeah, I would even... Some of those, if you do go for one of those whole pushes and you don't run into anyone, you could even keep going, right? Say, all right, this part of the map is going to be open. Well, it's FAMAS's 4 of them, and then the M4 and for some grenades being retained, at least for now, and that's obviously just completely critical. Fallen and Fur both have a smoke at 1 minute and 10 seconds, and they need to hold on to those for a long time.
Fur's lucky to be alive.
And that push, again, even if that push doesn't get the kill, it forces the smoke, right?
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yep, really early on. Fur still has 1. Renegade's starting to move up mid as well. Very passive on the defense. Renegades again going to start systematically clearing out. Just a shot from Jacob, I think, to make people focus towards Boiler for a potential flashbang. And Renegades have full control of the map. No one's pushed up at A, boosting again over towards the B-bomb site, but this didn't work well last time. And this time there's no smoke at the B-bomb site. Fur's out, so is Fallen. Just the 2 flashbangs to defend with. Here comes the set piece.
Yeah, they're back at it again. And again, Fallen. That's even a double kill. That's way better than you could have expected. Now, Fur boosted up, but they're going to check for it. Asa picks up the kill. KNG this time to take him down 9 seconds on the clock. And if he was a bit closer, he might have tried to just run through. Now, a 2-on-3, and Renegades... Can they steal it away again? A little bit of a challenge here. The Creed comes out on top as Taco goes down. And Gratisfaction, he's got some health, but really not that much. And JKS is very low, and he'll go down to KNG. And now Gratisfaction turning around to try and come out of the smoke. It's KNG with a triple, and it's MIBR picking up a first round.
Yeah, but Fallen had to get that crazy double kill at the corner to make that work. They lined up for him just a little. And nice of MIBR to get on the board, but there's nothing to be happy about just yet. Actually, I don't think there's anything to be happy about for the rest of this half. And we'll see if they can string them together. We still have to see if they can pull that off. KNG back on the AWP. A couple Kriegs picked up by Fallen and Lucas, so some more powerful weaponry.
Maybe if somebody could bring them some baklava, I think that would cheer them up.
Baklava is so good.
It's so good.
Oh,
There's not much that can rival it.
yeah.
Pecan pie, maybe. It's pretty good.
Ooh. Oh, nice shot from KNG. Molotov even put out by Fallen. All right, that's promising. Opening kill to MIBR. I don't know if that might not be the first that they've had, but it's a rarity in this half that they've had a man advantage.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, we might already start to have that, a return to that discussion about, you know, building your way into the second map even, getting people feeling pretty good. I even accept your idea that, yeah, they kind of know that Inferno's like a weird place for them, so that, you know, hopefully you just have to think that mentally they're not going to be like that worried. Like, yeah, you know what, one day we'll fix this, just tomorrow, which is a favorite thing of mine.
Yeah, but it feels like they've been saying that for like a year. So that's the tough
I
part.
have many things that that have been postponed day to day, you know, just for a year.
Oh, KNG, that is a very narrow pillar when you're boxed in that fashion. Utility being used towards the B bomb site, but I think Renegades, they're going to come right back to A, and they've been steamrolling this the entire half. Again, Lucas and Taco defending, doubled up in pit at least this time. Taco at the wall, and Lucas right underneath the balcony, but they're going to wrap. This is the perfect strategy for this call.
Yeah, it truly is. I mean, they could have had a few more grenades, but still one good Molotov into that pit, and it's all sorts of trouble. Taco, nice headshot to start off, taking down Gratisfaction. He does get tagged a bit. Lucas standing up, and he should have won that fight immediately. Taco's there to save him, or he would have been dead already. And 8 seconds. I think they've won this round already. There's no time here for Jacob to even find the kill. He might just be, he's going to get it and quickly into the pit before anybody gets there. So that's a second round for MIBR.
I think the one thing they didn't have to make that strategy just absolutely win by default is a Molotov in towards Taco's position to force him out into the open for the players wrapping. That little angle that he's able to hold is the brutal one. And even Lucas, even though he doesn't hit the shot, just the fact that he delays them, the fact that he takes their attention is so effective. 12-2, a little bit late to start hanging on, but Renegade's going to take a timeout anyways.
I mean, that does feel like a dick move, doesn't it? But, you know.
At this stage in the tournament, like, you can't even really, like, if you want to get to 13, fair play, take a timeout. You've earned it.
It's very petty, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
It's bordering on greed, you know.
All's fair in love and war.
Yeah, they say that, don't they? I don't know where
usually when it's applying to things of romance, not so much actual war.
Where's that saying come from? Is that like some Shakespeare thing?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm not that well educated.
That's fine. Well, I don't know either, but so.
Nobody clipped that.
I studied Shakespeare and everything in university. I still don't know. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Gratisfaction. Flying around the corner, just enjoying the feeling of air through his hair and just the sun on his skin.
The wind through his mustache.
Absolutely, and then boom. KNG showing up with that really mean face. Cut that right out.
No fun allowed. Here we go. Azza going to try an entry. Fallen at the off angle, baits out the shot. Azza's jiggle peaks have been so powerful, but so have Fallen's double kills, and that's the bomb. And it should be 3 rounds in a row for MIBR to close this. They know he's here, but the pop flash is just so perfect, and tapping away is going to close out the half. So MIBR down 12-0, managed to scrape 3 rounds together. And Fallen's looking oddly cheerful. I like that.
This is great.
We're going to a break to talk about how great that smile is from Fallen. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's second half here between MIBR and Renegades. And I've got to say, just the fact that they're able to laugh about it, probably joking about the fact that, well, at least we got 3 rounds, you know? Like, that's actually worth a lot to me. I think that's so important. Like, imagine how this could have been. This could have been MIBR hardly talking to each other, everyone just in their own mind space, you know, sort of like, you know, saying like, oh, it's again, like, we're not doing well, it's all, you know, gone badly wrong. Just the basic, you know, team interaction. I really enjoy that.
That's
They're
cute.
still screwed, but
I was gonna say that's cute and all, but it means absolutely nothing. It's like
back to reality.
Yeah, quickly once you hit tab and look at the score.
No, and I don't think they're under any kind of illusion either. But still, you know, it's worth something for the longevity of the team, I guess. Trade there, K&G for Gratisfaction, and at least bringing the bomb towards the banana position.
Yeah, how long does Renegade stay stacked up with 3 players? JKS does still have a smoke. I think that's what's giving him confidence. We'll see if they can force that out. It's only Lucas over here, so if he's spotted, there's the smoke from JKS. So Lucas will surely communicate that, and I feel like Renegades is going to have to rotate a second player over at some point. But they're going to keep it the way it is. JKS with the kit can play from coffins and can play retake. And MIBR shuffling across the map as well.
I'm guessing they want to. I would guess B just from the grenades.
That's what
Not
I
that
would
they
think
can't
as well.
be used A, but I'm just saying.
It also could just be a fake. Probe up mid, see if you can pull some people back, see if you can keep someone here, but the smoke is out towards the B bomb site. It's 2 smokes towards the B bomb site, but there's still 2 players challenging for MIBR here at A, which is very, very curious. Ozza gets the trade, and Jacob, this is a huge kill to get, but he misses his shots.
He does. And now he's dangerously close to the Glock. He's going to get shut down by Fur. Heads up play. Double kill for Fur. The bomb is being planted in JKS. He would love to get a chance, but the smoke, it fades, and he didn't want to risk it through. It's a 2-on-3. Azza coming in from the other side. Can they pinch it before the rest of the team is here? Nice headshot from Azza. Taking down Fallen. Now they have the bomb side at least, and the rest of the 2, they're out on Banana. Nice shot from Lucas, leaving JKS. He's got a kit, but he's got no smoke to force them into a fight. And the bomb is planted right for them. He has to go look, and I don't know how you do this. This seems impossible. He's going to get one. He turns for it, and he almost had it. That would have been a brutal takeaway from JKS, but Fur will be the hero instead. A triple for him, and MIBR win a 4th round.
Oh, you could see the danger of JKS. Yeah. He's so precise with that kill. The fact that he even has a chance in that 1 versus 2 is so impressive. There was some opportunities for Renegades. That was an interesting hit for MIBR, keeping 2 players at top mid and 2 players attacking the B bomb site. That's a risky play, but it works out for MIBR. They've won 4 in a row now, stretching back to the end of the first half. 4 players for Renegades at the B site. Liaz all alone over at A, and I think MIBR is just going to march through these halls. The bomb is leading the way on Fur. He's got a MAC-10. Certainly this is just going to be a waterfall off the balcony.
Liaz has a deagle, and it's not meant to stop like 3 or 4 players coming through.
No,
that's not what it does. He's gonna get one, but again, go on.
What if he had stopped all 3? What would you have done? Right after you said that, right after you set that up, and he gets 3 headshots instantly.
It's happened so many times throughout my casting career. I'm just like, you know what? What am I meant to do? You know, things don't always conform, you know, to how they should be.
Now, the nice thing for Renegades is you still have this massive lead, and with only Liaz going down at this A bomb site, 4 players with armor, they haven't had to use any of their smokes. You don't even have to reinvest anything, and you still have a buy that can win you the next round. It's going to be slow percentage, but the possibility is still there.
Sure. I'm disappointed they didn't go B MIBR this round. It was a smart choice going A, but JKS had a cool setup with a grenade that he was going to throw into the skybox and then have it bounce back down onto the barrels out there.
Okay.
And I think they probably even had like more of a setup than that. So I don't know. I would have loved to have seen that, you know, get put into play.
Yeah.
But from MIBR's point of view, it's good news. 5-12.
Really upset they went to the other side and won the round. Would have been way more exciting if they had this giant clash over at the B-bomb site.
Go for the really difficult fight.
Come on, guys. 12-5. Long way to go for MIBR still. Don't even mention the C word.
I'm staying perfectly quiet. I leave that to Chad. Oh, I set you up.
Oh, that was good.
It's good.
It's reasonably funny to me.
Well, some quite diverse weaponry going on. There's the setup. There's the grenade. It wasn't nearly as exciting as I made it out to be.
No, you did hype that up. But as you just mentioned, you do that a lot in your casting career, and it doesn't always pan out.
I had a whole like movie in my mind playing that involved. Oh wait a minute, Elias.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
he actually finds that
No.
kill and he dinks KNG. That's pretty brutal, and they get so confused. They're shooting at each other now. The A-bomb site's open though.
Yeah, but the bombs at top mid, I mean, oddly enough, they haven't cleared out Aza over in the cubby. He can be such a point of
smoke's
danger.
fading.
Yeah, and they don't have the cover to get up mid, so they have to go all the way around to halls. Okay, so they have the exit strategy.
All right.
And I think at this point, Renegades, you don't really. I know it feels like you might, but you don't have a chance. Now that that smoke goes up, especially, again, same thing that we said about MIBR in the first half. Save the smokes you have, save the armor you have. You don't. That's a decent amount of money that you do not have to lose in this round.
Yeah. Boosting over. I think Fur is too close under that smoke for them to see anything. Oh, and actually Lucas getting a chance there. Fur pushing through. A little bit of a risk, but also very aggressive and a nice tap. I do like it when Fur is playing a good game, and I mean, in spite of everything, he's been hitting some great shots throughout this this map. So 12-6 now, not being allowed to save very much at all.
Oh, and that's rough. Losing all that right at the end for Renegades. Risky play, but it works out perfectly for Fur. And now that the buy comes in, you can see. I mean, they have the nades. That's not the biggest issue. It's no kits, which is a bit rough. No head armor as well for the Galil on 4 or 3 of these players on the Renegade sides. It might be just 6 rounds back. This lead can disappear relatively quickly, so Renegades have to be careful and maximize and capitalize on this advantage that they got in the first half.
Six-round difference. I don't think Renegades are really sort of worried yet. But obviously, the longer it takes before you win that first round on the CT side, the more you're going to start to feel like, well, you know, like, what is the point of that huge lead if we can't, you know, if we can't sort of pick it up again? Suddenly, it's a lot of work that's sort of being taken away here. Falling back is Jacob, and you know, he with that smoke going up, he almost has to.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, look at that combo that comes out. Molotov to force someone out in the pop flash just a second after, so he's blind if he's trying to run away. Taco applying some pressure here. He forced the smoke out of Liaz a bit early, so if a follow-up Molotov goes in, there's nothing to stop Liaz from going out into the open. A lot of this is going to be on Gratis Faction's shoulders. He'll be the first point of contact for the defense. Off towards Boiler. There's also 2 players prodding at top mid. I have to imagine, though, if you look towards the B bomb site, Lucas is there ready and waiting. There's the peek towards mid. He sees absolutely nothing.
And he's in such a dangerous position right now. He walks back to get the kill on Fallen. He can't make it back around the corner. That's one of the reasons why it was dangerous. Taco, he's got his aim tree. Did you see that? The flashbang is out. Certainly, it was a really good flashbang. I'm impressed by how much that popped, but Leah's on 17 health. There's 10 seconds on the clock, and oh no, that's the bomb down. 6 seconds inside. They can't stop. They have to keep running, and yeah, the round is done. He's going to get the kill, but Jacob, no player is near him, and they'll run out of time here, MIBR. Things were looking good. They were improving all the time, but that's heartbreaking.
It's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. Obviously not everything you'd like, and you could see some conversation happening between KNG and Lucas there, talking things over in that round of what exactly happened. But if you're MIBR, 4 kills, you have a chance to shatter the money that Renegades has. You have a chance to take it all away. They've got 3 SMGs, a FAMAS, and an M4, still just the 1 kit. So each round hurts when you're down this much, but knowing that you have them in this position has got to be that little bit of hope that you cling on to.
Well, that was a powerful grenade. Lands on top of Lucas and KNG. That certainly closes a couple of options, right? It means probably somebody else is going to have to take those early fights and find an entry. Lucas is just stationed at top banana in that corner, waiting for some action out here. And now they're clearing out top mid, and they still have a minute, so plenty of time if they wanna figure something out.
Well, I wouldn't say plenty of time. They did just run out of time in the previous round, so you have to be careful about that one following it up. That would be a shame to have 2 rounds in a row in that fashion. 4 defenders here as well, so if they go too late, there's plenty of resistance. Taco looking for anything, looking for someone to wander into his crosshair, and I think Azza actually did it for him, just not at the timing he was looking. Gratisfaction burning. That's an awkward little patch of fire.
It's like he was looking at it in disgust, wasn't it? He's
yeah, it was like the goatee of a Molotov to go with his mustache.
Definitely don't want to set your mustache on fire. 20 seconds. I said plenty of time. Maybe you're right. Maybe there is not plenty of time. It's now a lot of trouble here. Azza and Lias with a bit of a crossfire. 15 seconds. Jacob goes down, but that isn't the problem. It's this crossfire. They need to find a way to breach it. The bomb goes down again. And it's like it's Groundhog Day. We're just living in the same round once again inside of the bomb site this time. Azza and, well, if they could find JKS, that would be something. But he's on the other side of the map, and they run out of time again.
Renegades is loving this. They're living the dream right now. They don't have to do anything. MIBR is beating themselves in the second half. Still was a long way to go. I just don't know what's causing. I mean, this would be the interesting conversation to have with MIBR is what's causing them to run out of time in these rounds. It's not like there's some massive like resistance, you know, at 15 seconds. It's just they're not going.
Maybe they're about to announce like a really cool watch sponsorship, and they're setting themselves up for it. Saying we'll lose a bunch of games running out of time, and then we'll say here's, you know, some brand to save us, and then
never run out of time ever again.
And then never run out of time ever again. How about that?
That would be next level. Now that is a level of brand integration that we have not seen in esports. That could be what makes all of this profitable.
Take that MIBR, run with it, make it a huge thing.
Tommy, I know you're listening.
Yeah.
Lurpus, tweeted Anders, let him know he's got a genius idea. Definitely don't short it.
Don't short the idea. 21st round, and MIBR. Some of these, like, you know, Renegades had a huge lead. It honestly looked like they were always going to win this map. Some of the last rounds could have been MIBR's, right? Like, it was right on the edge. So a hard way that they lost those rounds, but still, this is a little bit better than it actually seems. Gratisfaction, that's a fantastic flashbang to come through with the MP9, and even just buying time here for the rest to come in. Lucas using a lot of bullets, and now it's really done. Yeah,
this one's over. It's going to be a 15th round for Renegades. That is a perfect pop flash. I actually thought the flashbang would get thrown way too deep. Nice shot from Taco, but that's about all he can get, I would imagine. Going to stick around hoping for the peak. And he's gotten flanked out as well. Op shot to the face. Yeah, that is a perfect flashbang from the Renegades on that B defense. I thought it would go behind him, but I mean, everyone's blind. Easy double kill for the SMG. And this time, MIBR don't have to worry about the time in the round. 15-6.
So, you know, a little bit of a bounce back, but cut pretty short by some mistakes, and then now you have to assume Renegades are feeling pretty much back in the game, feeling like this is good.
I don't think they ever felt out of the game.
No,
I think they were just patiently like, yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna win one at some point.
Tactical timeout from MIBR. That makes sense. Don't want to be saving them from, you know, for after the map is gone. Doesn't make any sense.
That's a good point.
That's like when you get knocked out in Underlords and you still have 50 gold. It's an obscure reference for most people, but...
Oh, you're obsessed.
A little bit.
Gratisfaction with the AWP. Here he comes for a peek down mid. No one swings wide. I think this is just going to be a B-rush. MIBR saying, let's finish this off in style. Molotov going to come down. Lucas is separated from his team, and he still gets the kill. No head armor on Jacob, which is interesting, but there goes Lucas. A big trade coming out. JKS needs to hold on a little bit longer as the nades stream in. Oh, and he's out in the open. They've already gotten swung wide. He somehow makes it all the way to the other end, and they're all focused on him. Azza and JKS to finish it off in style, 16-6. A relatively painless victory for the Renegades on their map pick of Inferno.
Yeah, that worked out extremely well, and more power to them, right? That was a nice performance out of them. That T side was unbelievable. What they won 12 in a row, and then they lost last 3 for some odd reason.
Yeah, I mean, they won 12 in a row and then lost 6 and then won the last 4. So nice little MIBR sandwich there.
Yeah, not bad at all. And for MIBR, this is maybe what we're kind of a little bit used to seeing on Inferno now.
Yeah, they still haven't solved those problems, obviously, and I mean, we kind of knew that coming into this. We kind of knew that from seeing on Inferno.
Yeah.
We've seen like maybe a few better performances on Inferno, but you have to know that that's going to be fixing Inferno for MIBR is a long-term project, and it's one of those interesting things where you really have to hope that they can fix that because that's such an important map in the map pool.
Yeah, it's critical, right? Like
Yep.
you
have
kind
to
of
have it.
At least you have to find a way. Like maybe you don't have to be the best in the world at it. Like I'm not even sure that's going to be very hard to do no matter what. But yeah, they need to find a way to do that. We're going to go on to the second map. That's going to be on train. So coming up right after the break. Stay with us.